Hey, we're the Masters of Boarddom, and we're going to show you how to play Tokaido.
Tokaido is a set collection game about taking a trip with your friends down the famous Tokaido Road to Edo, Japan, trying to buy the best souvenirs, eat the best meals, paint the best scenery, and if you're feeling generous, giving the most money to the temple, all just so you can say you had a slightly better vacation than the others. Seriously, that's the game. The winner is the person who had the best vacation. Snob.
Let's set up the game. Unfold the board, then take the achievement cards, placing them face up next to the board. Shuffle up the meal cards, the souvenirs, the encounter cards, and the hot spring cards, and place them all on the spot designated on the board. Sort the panorama cards by type. Do not shuffle them though. You'll be handing these out in order. You're literally painting by number. And put these in their space on the board.
Place some fat cash in the corner of the board. The game comes with cardboard coins, but we've replaced them with metal good fortune coins, which are technically Chinese, but they're metal and they sound cool, so back off. Each player chooses a traveler. The rulebook says you have to choose at random, but you're a person and are capable of making your own decisions. Don't let a stupid book make you think otherwise. And corresponding color markers. Each traveler has a unique ability that will influence the way you play the game. Put the large round marker inside the traveler's card and put the small round marker on the zero space of the scoring track.
Each player receives coins equal to the numbers shown on the traveler card. Finally, randomly place all player markers in line at Kyoto, the start of your journey, and you're ready to play. Tokaido features an interesting movement mechanic. There's no dice or cards to determine movement. Since you're all friends, you're kind of planning on sticking together during your trip. And to accomplish this, the person last in line always gets to move. And where they put their piece is completely up to them.
However, you usually don't want to go too far ahead. For one thing, the further you go, the longer it will be until your next turn. And obviously, you can never travel backwards, so each space you skip is one you will never visit.
Let's talk about double spaces. Some locations have 2 spots a player can land on. These are only available when playing with 4 or 5 players. And when traveling there, if you're the first to do so, you must take the spot on the road. And whoever follows you takes the spot off the road. And for the purpose of moving next time, the player off the road is considered to be behind. So it's first in, last out.
But masters, we hear you say, what sort of attractions can we expect on the road to Edo? Well, let us be your travel agents, for only a nominal fee.
There are 7 possible spaces to land on. First, there's the village, where vendors shove their useless goods in your face until you buy some. When landing there, draw 3 cards from the souvenir pile and put them face up in front of you. You may buy as many of them as you can afford. Anything you don't purchase goes back to the bottom of the souvenir deck. Now you want different kinds of items. There are 4 categories of useless crap: clothing, food, small objects, and art. For each different type of souvenir, you get more and more points. The first type is worth 1 point, the second type worth 3, the third type's worth 5, and the fourth type's worth 7. For example, having 1 piece of clothing, a bit of food, piece of art, you get 9 points, because that's 3 different types. But if you have 3 pieces of clothing, you only have 3 points, because that's only 1 type of souvenir.
Next is the farm, where you can put in a full day's work and get some quick cash. And after all, who doesn't like going on vacation so they can shovel cow poop for 8 hours? But by stopping here, you get 3 coins, and there are very few other ways to make money.
Next is the panorama space, where you find a view so lovely you must paint just the edge of it and move on. You'll complete the painting as you visit other panorama stops of the same color, and there are 3 different colors to choose from, each worth more and harder to complete than the last. Even uncompleted paintings are worth points, but if you're the first to complete your color artwork, you'll claim the achievement card for that painting and get a bonus of 3 points.
And then there's the hot springs. After a hard day of shoveling cow poop, there's nothing better than being naked with people you don't know submerged in the wonderfully warm waters that hopefully nobody's peed in. Draw a hot springs card. It will be worth either 2 or 3 points. That's it. Stupid simple.
And then there's the temple. After several hours of public nudity, it may be wise to cleanse your conscience with a generous donation to the temple. Stopping here allows you to donate 1 to 3 coins to the temple in your name. You must donate at least one, and each coin donated earns you a point. Not to mention, at the end of the game, whoever's given the most gets a hefty bonus.
Let's talk to strangers! The encounter space lets you draw a card from the encounter deck and gain whatever bonus it gives. You can get free coins, free points, a free donation to the temple in your name, a free painting, or you could meet a traveling merchant, which works just like landing on a village space.
Finally, there's the inn. After a long day, what could be better than a meal with your friends? There are 4 of these on the board, and you have to stop at every one. Now these restaurants have the most bizarre menu we've ever seen. The cook makes whatever meals he wants, makes one more than your party needs, and then he goes home. The first player to arrive draws as many food cards as there are players plus 1. They then choose one and only one for themselves. You may spend as much or as little as you wish. The only restriction is that you cannot eat something you've already had at another restaurant. The next player in chooses from what's left, and so on until everyone's arrived. It's possible, if you're too broke, to go without eating at all. Everyone who does get a meal gets 6 points. Then, the next leg of the trip begins, and the last player to arrive is the first one out, and so on.
Continue visiting vacation hotspots until everyone has arrived at the final inn in Edo. Now it's time for the end of game bonuses. There are 4 achievements to be won, not counting the painting achievements, you get those during the game. And they are for whoever has the most souvenirs, the person with the most encounter cards, the person with the most hot spring cards, and the person who spent the most on food at the inns. This does not include food from souvenirs. Each achievement is worth 3 points. If there's a tie, everyone in the tie gets 3 points.
Next end of game bonus is the temple. Whoever gave the most money gets 10 points. Whoever gave second most gets 7 points. Third place gets 4 points, and everybody else who gave money gets 2 points. Ties work as before. All players in the tie score the appropriate amount of points.
Whoever has the most points had the best trip, and gets to force the others to watch their horribly awkward slideshow, including pictures from the hot springs. Enjoy that visual.
And that's how to play Tokaido. Enjoy your vacation, and bring me back something chintzy.